December 8th is the runoff election for District 2 of the Los Angeles City Council. You are against a woman named
Christine Essel.
Christine Essel. I have a mental block against Christine Essel's name for some reason, but you have reached out to the community again, and people from all walks of life have been helping you, and they can help you. How can people now in the next 30 days get you to a stronger place before the election?
Well, it is a very short campaign. We have 29 days left from today until Election Day, which is December 8th. And just to take a step back, the district that I'm running in is the eastern part of the San Fernando Valley. It includes Sherman Oaks, Studio City, North Hollywood, Valley Glen, Valley Village, Sunland, Tujunga, Sun Valley, North Hollywood, Van Nuys. And this is a district that it has about 250,000 people. It has the largest number of Armenian registered voters of any district in the city, and we have a really great opportunity to have a representative in the district who will truly reflect the interests and the values and the issues that impact all members of the population there, including the Armenian community. And I think this is a real opportunity to create that kind of leadership. So the first and most important thing is it's critical that everyone in that district get out to vote on December 8th. I mean, your vote is your voice. It is the way you have power in this democratic country of ours, and that's the most important thing. If people want to help us in our effort, our grassroots effort, as I have mentioned before, and come and volunteer in our campaign, they can certainly do that, and that's very important to us as well. And then anyone who wishes to contribute to our efforts to allow us to continue to do this work, that's important as well. And they can either call our office or visit our website, and there's every opportunity to do those things.
Let's give those numbers and web address out. What's the website that people can go to?
The website is at www.paul4council.com, and the 4 is the number 4. Paul4council.com, and the phone number is 818-849-5200.
And now you're not only just in a heated race with a runoff coming up in less than 30 days. We've suddenly learned that the Azeri Turkish lobbies are backing your opponent. Why are they interested in this race?
Yes, my opponent conducted a fundraiser that was held at the home of the Consul of Turkish Northern Cyprus and was hosted by leaders of the Turkish and Azeri diasporan communities, including known, renowned genocide deniers. And the reason for that is because they are infuriated at the work that I've been doing in Sacramento on behalf of not only the Armenian community, but everyone who cares about human rights that affect anyone. For example, I had a bill that I introduced which would have prevented any company that continued to retain the assets of a genocide victim, of any genocide, from doing business with the state of California, because I think it's only right that California not do business with people who are still enriching themselves with blood money. I also put a stop to an Azeri propaganda effort in Sacramento when an Azeri foreign agent was going around to the legislature trying to get members of the legislature to sign on to a letter accusing Armenian forces of war crimes during the War of Liberation in Artsakh, and even going so far as to call it genocide. So it was an outrageous mischaracterization of the facts. I educated my colleagues, and we put a stop to that effort and embarrassed the Azeris throughout the world. So now they are infuriated by my leadership in Sacramento, and they want to make sure that they put a stop to my career by getting involved in the city council race, which they have no interest in whatever. I mean, they're not doing this because of their concerns about the Sunland Tujunga community or even about Chris Essel. They're doing it because they want to stop me. And I think our community cannot stand for that. Our community cannot stand for these forces to come into our neighborhoods and our community and try to stop me from being able to be elected to represent them.
And this fundraiser speaks for itself, because even the person accepting the dollars, Ms. Essel, is embarrassed. She was saying that it's not a fundraiser. She really is not in bed with these politicians or these supporters, that it was a meet and greet that she went to. So even, the truth is that she's embarrassed that she's being backed by these folks.
And she should be.
What can people do? We've talked about how people in the district must vote. People outside the district, what can they do to help you?
Well, I think they should remind their family and friends who live in those communities of the district to vote on December 8th. That's one thing. The other thing is we need volunteers every single day. We're in the office from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. and sometimes later every single day. So the number I gave earlier, if they would like to call and volunteer, we need their help.
Let's give it again, just in case.
It's 818-849-5200. And the website is paulforcouncil.com. And then, of course, any contributions to the campaign, it allows us to do the work that we need to do, to send the mail, to feed the volunteers, and to make sure that we continue to move forward to success on December 8th.
Well, let's talk about some of those incredible things you've done for the Armenian community. We've been reading about genocide recognition resolutions, so on, but what are some of the ones that you're part of, that you've authored and brought to the legislature?
Well, of course, in the 3 years that I've been in the legislature, I've been the principal author of the genocide recognition resolution that we do each year. And I think that the language that I've brought to that resolution has brought it to a new level of significance. But in addition, I've tried to coordinate ceremonies on the floor of the Assembly that had greater resonance and more meaning to my colleagues, so that they could really fully understand the importance of this issue and not just treat it like any number of other resolutions that we do throughout the year. So this year, in particular, we brought up representatives from all parts of the Armenian community to be with us on the floor. We had performances of Komitas music by duduksis who were performing on the State Assembly floor, which had never been done. We brought up, again in partnership with the ANC, we had the premier Sacramento screening of Screamers to allow Assembly members and legislative members and staff to come and see Screamers just a couple of blocks away from the Capitol. So it was a good package of ways to try to give greater weight to the Sacramento commemoration of the genocide this year.
And you've also been involved with the community when you were in the Burbank public service. Let's talk about what you did in Burbank School Board, etc.
Well, I was the first Armenian American ever elected to any office in Burbank, and I had the good fortune of serving on the school board there, and then serving as president of the school board. And I think we did really important work on many levels. First of all, most importantly, we improved academic performance during the years that I was there. We improved attendance, we balanced the budget, but we also gave a greater level of responsiveness to the board and communication with the entire Burbank community that had not been there before. And so we did very proactive kinds of outreach to the parent community and all parts of the parent community. So we really worked closely with the Burbank ANC to build programs like teacher training programs that would help our teachers to better understand the Armenian culture and Armenian community and the special nuances of reaching out to their Armenian students that they might not have otherwise understood. We brought curricula into the schools to allow them to better and more effectively teach issues about genocide and hate crimes and so on. So I think we've taken a number of steps to make the Armenian community of Burbank feel more included in the process of the education of their children.